Hello, and welcome to The Listening Room, a spirituality podcast brought to you by SpiritSourceConnect.com. My name is Suzanne Goulet, and in each episode, I'll be speaking to you about new spirituality and how you can use it to improve your daily life. By offering you insights, tools, and techniques, you'll become more aware of your connection to a higher power and begin to accelerate your path to a life of greater joy, ease, and flow. Enjoy. Are you in your highest power? I've been working with a lot of women lately who want to go higher and bigger than where they are now. But what I see fundamentally and consistently across the board is the condition of being in a very small place. Energetically, mentally, spiritually, in whatever way you want to observe it, each and every one of those aspects of you can be holding you back or propelling you forward. You want to develop the feeling of being able to step up, to step into your innate internal power. This is not just your own power. This is the power that you have that is connected to the all that is, Source, God. It's a power greater than yourself. You know it's there instinctually. It's always there. It's just on the other side of what you feel to be your small self. We can so often get accustomed to being in that small place of being where we are now that we don't get into the habit of lifting ourselves, taking that risk of connecting with our own power, that which is connected to the greater power that is. It's not about the actions you're taking. It's about the thoughts and feelings inside your mind and your heart that you are holding and repeating about yourself. You can't take any bolder steps in the outside world until you've done the work of healing and feeling bolder on the inside first. This is why I do the work that I do. I'm motivated by seeing so many intelligent, heart-centered, spiritual women staying in really small places, doing really small things. Simply put, playing small roles in a society that really needs their wisdom, their love, their courage. I know it's not easy. Why? Because I've taken these steps to becoming bolder myself. I wasn't always like this. I was always the quietest, shyest, most precocious little girl on the block. I felt overridden so often by overbearing parents, many older siblings, and confusion in a world that seemed a bit too rough for me. However, every step of the way, I learned how to speak up. I learned how to find the power within that would come from a deep place, asking me to challenge whatever it was outside of me, a parent, a teacher, a local bully, to stand up, speak up, and affirm my ground, affirm my truth. This wasn't ever easy, and quite often the situations presented themselves without warning, meaning I had to respond in the moment, as that was what was being called for. You know what I'm talking about. You may not be the one who is playing terribly small. I don't know. But what I do know is that people worldwide who feel oppressed or wronged are being asked to stand up and speak their truth. There is a powerful wave of truth speaking going on, and if you can get in touch with your own, you are helping all of us live in the light of truth more frequently every single day. If you know, or if you feel like most of the time you're engaged in tasks that are slightly irritating and you can't wait until the day when you are really fulfilling your mission, then I encourage you to start paying attention to the moments when you are feeling oppressed and not in your full power. Pay attention to these moments and then see what is going to be the right thing for you to be doing instead. No one is forcing you to be oppressed. If you are reading this blog post or if you're listening to this podcast, you have means, you have the resources, you have a pathway forward if you choose to, if you make a decision to cause a shift in your own life. I'm going to give to you now a quote from A Course in Miracles. Only the mind creates. The world needs you now. We can't wait anymore. We are feeling the pressure, all of us, to step up and activate. Why? Because if we don't, the old paradigm wins. It's taking over, it seems, and I need you to stop worrying about the small stuff and get on to the job that God has in mind for you. And believe me, that will make you so happy. Are you happy now? Sweating over the small stuff? Are you going to bed peaceful and satisfied that you made a difference in some people's lives out there? Or are you still engaged in what you know to be too small for you? I'm not fooling around anymore. I want happiness, more freedom, less tedious tasks, and more uplifting, powerful influence that leads. I want plenty of rest and good food and good times and a good life. And this is what is promised to you too. But we must make these bold realizations on the inside first. All of that comes when you step into and realize your power. Every time I get on the phone with someone for a discovery session, it leads to something different. I won't be sure what will be the best for you until we speak. It could be a package of healing sessions. It could be a private intensive where we really get to dive into that project or that endeavor you've been putting off forever. Perhaps the best thing for you will be 6 months of coaching. I'm not sure. What I do know is that I'm highly connected and God is working through me. Why? Because I set it up that way. How? I am simply following the instructions set forth in A Course in Miracles and following direction from above. I am highly attuned these days. I know the right people are responding. You could be frustrated with your current situation and simply know that change is afoot. This is what I am here for. I also offer you specials when we're on the phone to activate the impulse that is within you now that wants to be activated. If you're ready to go in your life, then let's take some time to talk. It's 30 minutes, sometimes longer, and the results for your life and happiness and feeling of being fully empowered and activated are enormous. Listen to what a client and friend had to say about one recent coaching session I had with her. I would like to give a huge shout out to Suzanne Goulet for her continued love and support given me over the past 7 years. On March 7th, we had a coaching session that was fantastic and very eye-opening. I was drifting away from my purpose, mad at myself for not being further ahead, and feeling really stuck. Suzanne took me through an amazing exercise that made me realize I was not loving myself and the impact it was having on my life. I learned that I needed to forgive myself first. Then there was the issue of money. I was blocking it like crazy. Through a couple of simple exercises, I was able to see what I was doing wrong and finally break free of limiting beliefs that started with me not loving me. Now I have a great focus on what I need to continue to work on that has unblocked money, opportunity, and made me see that I needed to surrender to God again and stop working 80 hours a week. I stopped falling back into old habits of working harder, and now I am working smarter. I am journaling, praying, and really meditating on my day. Thank you, Suzanne, for the tools, the love, and the passion you bring to what you do. I will always be eternally grateful that we met 7 years ago. Thank you, Allison. And so for you who are listening or are reading, is it your time too?